welcome to the Disney quiz. This is quite an easy quiz I put together. This is a bit of an experimental one. You will need pen and paper, so please make sure you have it. We are going to go through 10 questions. If this is successful, I will try my hardest to bring other quizzes to the channel. I've already started working on longer quizzes. This was part of a fun quiz between about 5 to 10 friends. So it's pretty easy, a Disney one. I hope you enjoy having a play with this, and at the end we will have all of the answers. So, in The Fox and the Hound, what are the Fox and the Hound's names? I will give you about 30 seconds per question. I know that seems like a lot, but hey, you never know. Some people might need more time thinking, others won't. And we're experimenting all the way here. So, let's see. The first question again. In The Fox and the Hound, what are the Fox and the Hound's names? Which song is sung during the scene in The Jungle Book? Yes, this is the classics movie that everyone probably grew up with in the 90s, even though it's a lot older. It has some of the best songs around, some of the best lovable characters, and has been remade way too many times for its own good. But this one song is probably the most iconic from the movie. So which song is sung during this scene in The Jungle Book? Which movie would you find this character? A very popular one from one of the many original Disney classics. We can talk about everything about him. I won't say his name just in case that gives a bit too much away. But again, which movie would you find this character in? Seems like an easier question than the rest, so we're going to go on to question number 4. What type of animal is Prince John in Robin Hood? Again, another Disney classic here. We have the typical Robin Hood fighting his way through Sherwood Forest with his merry men. All of them a different animal, plenty of reused animation, shall we say. But the big question is, what is Prince John? What is the name of the villain in Aladdin? Again, this movie is loved because of Robin Williams' performance as the genie, considered one of the more popular of the more recent 90s Disney, where they sort of made their boom back into the big time when they had a range of quality movies. Aladdin was one of the first in this. But what is the villain called in Aladdin? What is the name of Simba's love interest in The Lion King? And there is only one Lion King because the 2019 one is dreadful, apart from the fact that the animators actually do a good job. It just doesn't work for the movie. It may look pretty, but it just doesn't work as a Lion King movie. But what is Simba's love interest in The Lion King called? What is the name of the turtle in Finding Nemo? Yes, it's a smaller part in the movie. It's still one of the more classic scenes. It works really well. He has the life lessons that's needed. He has family around him. And we're not going to talk about other characters' names, but just what is the turtle called in Finding Nemo? What is the heartbreaking song that won an Oscar called in Coco? Coco is one of the finest Pixar movies that not as many people you think will have seen. This was probably down to the release of it. It came out at a bad time of the year, and again had a mixed release worldwide, so it just didn't get the popularity of others. But what is the heartbreaking song that ended up winning the Oscar? What does Russell call the bird in Up? Now everybody who has seen Up knows about the heartbreaking beginning of this movie. This has got to be one of the all-time best openings of a Pixar movie. While the rest of the movie does become a bit standard and fun, silly in places, Up is still enjoyable. But what does Russell call the bird? What is the dragon called in Mulan? Strangely about Mulan, it was one of the very last Disney movies I ever saw. It is weird when you think that I grew up in the 90s and saw nearly every 90s Disney movie. This is one that completely skipped over me. It is one that I was looking forward to seeing in 2020. I don't know when or if we're going to see this movie. But what is the dragon called? I'm going to go through the answers quickly. One was what is the fox and hound's names? It is Top and Copper. That's again one of the classics. Hope you got it right. The song is The Bare Necessities. A character comes from Pinocchio. King John, Prince John even, is a lion. The villain is called Jafar in Aladdin. Nala is Simba's love interest in The Lion King. Crush is the turtle. Remember Me is that song from Coco. And Kevin is the bird from Up. And Mushu is the dragon in Mulan. I do hope you enjoyed this quiz. I know some of it, especially if you're a Disney fan, should have got 10 out of 10. I want to do a bit more challenging quizzes in the future. Let me know if you enjoyed it, if you want to see more, and if you want to see certain subjects. I may be doing movies, or I might do a whole range. I've got a few others planned, a few for friends, and a few that I could make public once we've completed them. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.